Germany today, every day, and this is the riverside view of Heidelberg, the old university town, where a ruined castle perches high above quaint streets. Yes, Germany today, and a signposted reminder that this is also a military outpost of America. It's just a car ride from medieval to modern history, to the headquarters of the United States Army in Europe. There's a snap salute as you enter the compound, where guns explode, not in anger, but as a ceremonial gesture. As Stanley Reeser, Secretary of the Army, inspects the gun crews on his flying visit, it's hard to realize that this is happening on German soil. No sight or sound of those famed beer gardens, just the polished precision of a little piece of America a long, long way from home. Germany today is home for 250,000 fighting men, but only a selected few go through the rigorous pre-flight tests at the Wiesbaden Airborne Training School. Courage and discipline are what you learn here, because it's no swinging affair when the time comes to take the plunge from thousands of feet up. Even the exit technique must be perfected on the ground. But the instructors have already given up trying to teach one old war dog new tricks. Pogo, the mascot, just doesn't care because he won't be jumping out of the high tower to find out what it really means to be a skydiving doughboy. Cableways may be all part of the European scene, but nothing quite like this crosses the tourist's path. Yet just look around and you can park yourself right in the middle of that pace-setting American way of life. And remember the address, bitteschön, Wiesbaden, Germany. You name it and it's here, in this acreage of automated America that really is something to write home about. This is just one of the supermarket centers which cater for the other army, the 80,000 families of serving soldiers. The hot dog ranks high on the list of essentials. You can see why. So does the automobile. Any make, any model. Take your choice. But the Army still can produce the most impressive war memorial at the tank park at Hohenfeld's training area. The iron monsters of war, a menacing parade of combat power, some trundling away to mock battles, while others wait their turn in this workshop of mighty hardware. "20 years after, and armored convoys still dominate the sweeping autobahns. In an uneasy peace, the highways built for war still retain their military purpose. In these years, Germany has learned to overtake resentment and annihilation and forge her own lane to prosperity. That doesn't mean a few heads aren't turned by the ever-changing array of science fiction machinery which floats on the scene, like the massive bridge-building sections, which can drive straight off the road and into the water. There's precious little time to snatch a meal on maneuvers, and even combat rations can taste good at a time like this. Day merges slowly into unfriendly darkness, but the convoys must keep up their shadowy procession. The trucks keep crossing hour after hour in an exercise designed to fully test the combat readiness of the troops. And all the time, little America keeps a finger on the trigger of daily routine. In the village and housing areas, schools, cinemas and churches are all part of the self-contained family communities. Germany today. Would you find it hard to believe that? Out on the high school football field? Umpires keep the peace on the field of play as well as out on the exercise area, where the best way to keep pace with development is to go by jeep. Now the enemy tanks are crunching forward in this frightening recreation of the familiar war game. Every bush, every tree bristles with potential danger. The world's most powerful army, the largest peacetime army ever maintained on foreign soil by America, is on the relentless move.